Welcome, my friends, to a new episode of TOEFL ITP Insider. And in this episode, we're going to talk about past participles. Now, let's talk a bit about past participles. Past participles can be of two kinds. Some of them are regular verbs, and some of them are irregular verbs. If we talk about regular verbs, these are the verbs that end in the suffix ed. So when I say fixed, that's a regular verb. When I say moved, that's a regular verb. But when I say irregular verbs, I mean by these verbs that don't have a specific form, like written, that's an irregular verb. Sent, that's an irregular verb. Run, that's an irregular verb. So, past participles can be regular or irregular. Now, what is the main problem with past participles? Actually, the main problem is they can be easily confused in the TOEFL ITP exam. How? Let's say that past participles can be verbs, especially when they're preceded by verb to have or verb to be. And when I say verb to have, I mean have, has, had. And when I say verb to be, I mean am, is, are, was, were, be, and been. Now, sometimes they are adjectives, and this is when they're actually not preceded by verb to have or verb to be. Now, that's the problem. Now, let's see some examples here. So we've got the first example of past participles used as verbs, and it says, in the past 3 years, industry has fixed great victories at the federal level. One more time. In the past 3 years, industry has fixed great victories at the federal level. Now, fixed here is a past participle, but is a verb. Why? Because it's preceded by has, verb to have. Now, let's look at another example. The problem with the access cards was fixed around 1:30 p.m. Now, fixed here is also a verb. Why? Because it's preceded by was. So that's part of the verb in a sentence. Now, let's move to the third example. I had to have BS installed to get my plugins to work with the original version fixed in 4.9. Now, fixed here is a past participle, but wait a minute, it's not preceded by verb to have. It's not preceded by verb to be. Someone might say, Shadi, but why don't we say that it is a past simple? Well, simply because when you read the sentence, it says, I had to have, so that's a verb. I is a subject, so we've got I, that's a subject. Had to have, that's a verb. Okay, I had to have BS installed to get my plugins to work with the original version fixed. You cannot say that fix is a main verb, because the main verb is had to have. And in order for fix to be a verb, then you need a connector, because you cannot have double verbs in one sentence without a connector. Righty then. So, now, let's see how past participles should be handled in the ITP TOEFL exam. Now, let's see. And we've got here an MCQ question, a multiple choice question. A lightly edited version of the letter sent to the authors after peer review is shown. Now, let's address this question the way we do all the time. Do we have a subject? Yes, we do. A lightly edited version of the letter is the subject. Good. Now, do we have a verb? Now, we've got sent, but we're still not sure whether this is a verb or not. Let's continue reading. To the authors, after peer review is shown. Oh my God, we've got a verb here, which means that we can't have two verbs in one sentence without a connector. So we've got is shown And now sent cannot be a verb. So the only option is to make sent a past participle used as an adjective. Let's have a look at this. Has. No, we can't say that because has sent, that would be a verb. We don't need a verb. Was sent, that would be a verb as well. We don't need a verb. It, that would be a double subject because we have already a lightly edited version of the letter. We don't need another subject. And finally, just. That's a good answer then. So let's read it. A lightly edited version of the letter just sent to the authors after peer review is shown. Now let's move now to sentences to check whether they're correct or incorrect. Now let's read this one. The clock was cleaned by the old lady was not working anymore. Now let's analyze it. We've got the clock, that's a subject, fair enough. Was cleaned. Now that's a verb. By the old lady was not working. Oh, wait a minute, was not working is another verb. You can't have double verbs in one sentence without a connector. So now the solution is to turn cleaned, this one, into a past participle used as an adjective. So you would say, the clock cleaned by the old lady was not working anymore. Now another one. In some cases, those accused of relatively minor crimes spend more years locked up at the hospital than those who commit multiple murders. Let's read it again. In some cases, those accused of relatively minor crimes spend more years locked up at the hospital than those who commit multiple murders. Now let's analyze it. And when we look at it, my friends, we've got those accused of relatively minor crimes spend. Oh, so we've got accused here. And accused here is actually a past participle used as an adjective. It's not preceded by verb to have. It's not preceded by verb to be. Someone might say, Shadi, but why don't you say it's a past simple? Because I would say if accused of is a past simple, it will need actually two objects. Like, for example, when you say, I accused John of stealing my money. So after accused of, we've got two objects, John, okay, and stealing the money. But this is not the scenario here. We only have those accused of relatively minor crimes. We've got relatively minor crimes. So we would say, in some cases, those accused of relatively minor crimes, so accused here, that's a past participle used as an adjective. And then the main verb is spend more years. And then we have looked up. We have also another past participle used as an adjective. Locked up at the hospital than those who commit multiple crimes. So that's a correct sentence. That's a correct sentence. So all these verbs in the sentence are okay. Like, look, first, accused, that's an adjective. Locked, that's another adjective. The main verb is spend. Someone might say, but Shadi, what about who commit multiple murders? I would say we've got who here, which is working as a connector. So that's a correct sentence. So my friends, to wrap up, past participles can be regular and they can be irregular. And past participles can be adjectives and they can be verbs. Now, when there are verbs or parts of the verbs, they need to be preceded by verb to have or verb to be. Now, if we're talking about regular past participles are more confusing than any other type. Why? Because they can be past simple forms. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this episode, and waiting for you in another episode of TOEFL ITP Insider. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.